Hello students, today we will start with the second practical of our qualitative analysis. So this is my OS, this is your today's sample. First we will start with preliminary test A part. First is color. Now you see that my OS is blue in color. Characteristic color is blue. So I infer based on what I observe. I see that I have blue color, and so I infer that my copper ion, it may be present in my salt solution. Now let us move to our next test, litmus test. Let's first test with red litmus paper. Let's see if there is any color change or not. We see that there is no color change. Let us test this for our blue litmus test. We dip it in it and we see that it changes from blue to red. So we will confirm that my solution, my salt solution is acidic and it is a salt of strong acid and weak base. Now we'll move to our third test, that is flame test. First, I have already told you that you have to dip the platinum wire in a concentrated HCl solution, clean in it and introduce it to the flame so that no impurities are there in the platinum wire. So in a test tube, we'll first take OS. And then a little amount of HCl. Then we will dip our platinum wire in it and introduce it to the flame. So we are getting a bluish green flame. Now we see that out of these options, my color flame is bluish green, and so I infer that my copper ion, it may be present. Now let us move to our borax bead test. First, you have to make a loop in this platinum wire. You can take chromium wire or a platinum wire. We are taking a platinum wire here. As you can see, we have made a loop out of this wire. So now you will first have to make it red hot. You will dip it in borax powder and heat the borax powder in that flame. You will see that the borax powder, it will swell up in that bead, and ultimately you have to form a colorless, clear and transparent bead. As you can see, the bead is colorless and transparent. Right? So after that, we will dip it in the OS solution and introduce it to the flame. You'll see that the bead is bluish green in color. You can see that very clearly. Now after you form the bead and you see the color of it, you will clean it by tapping it. When you tap it and when you continuously heat it, all the borax powder will get eliminated. Now, out of these options, you see that my color of the bead is bluish green in color, and so again I may infer that my cation which is present is copper. Now we'll move to the B part, that is wet test for positive radicals. So first we'll add OS and dilute HCl. I'll add dilute HCl. As you can see, there is no precipitate formation. As there is no precipitate formation, I infer that first group is absent. Means all these ions, lead, silver and mercury, all these ions are absent. Now, since those are absent, I'll move to the second group ion test. The second test is OS plus dilute HCl plus H2S. Now, I can add H2S to the same test tube only. As you can see, there is formation of black precipitates in the test tube. Okay, so second group ions are present. Means either of these three ions, copper, cadmium or tin ion, may be present in my salt solution. After this, we'll go to the C part, that is group analysis. In that, we have to do the analysis of group second because ions of second group is present. In that, the test is OS plus NaOH. After that, we'll heat it. We'll add OS. Then we'll add NaOH solution to it. Now, since you can see this formation of blue precipitates. When you add NaOH to the OS, you will get blue precipitates. Now, on heating, let's see if it turns black or not. You can see the precipitates has started turning black on heating. Okay, so you could see that the blue precipitates turns black on heating. So we can say that copper ion may be present in my salt solution. Now, since it may be present in my salt solution, I'll move for the D part, test of copper ion. In that, the first test is OS plus NH4OH. I'll take OS and then I'll add as you can see, there is formation of blue precipitates. Okay, now here in the observation you can see that blue precipitates, on dissolving in excess of this NH4OH, it will give a deep blue coloration. Now let's see if it dissolves in excess of NH4OH or not. So in excess of ammonium hydroxide, we are getting a deep blue coloration. So this confirms the presence of copper ion. Next is the test is OS plus K4FeCN6. I'll take OS. Then I'll add K4FeCN6 to it. As you can see, there is observation is we're forming the brown precipitates. So again, copper ion is confirmed. So now we'll go to the wet test of negative radical. First test is OS plus AgNO3. In a test tube, we'll take OS, AgNO3 solution to it. As you can see, it is a clear solution. There is formation of no precipitate. So Cl minus ion is absent. We'll write here Cl minus ion is absent. Now we'll go for the second test, OS plus barium chloride. We'll take OS and then we'll add barium chloride to it. As you can see, there is formation of white precipitates in the test tube. We observe the presence of white precipitates. So we say that sulfate ion may be present in the salt solution. Since sulfate ion is present, We will not move further for the presence of nitrate ion. We will directly go for the conformative test for negative radical, and that will go for the conformation of the sulfate ion. The test is OS plus lead acetate. Again, we'll take OS and we'll add lead acetate to it. Again, as you can see, there is formation of white precipitates. So we are seeing white precipitates. So again, sulfate ion is confirmed. So we are seeing that our positive ion is copper Cu2 plus, our negative ion is SO4 minus 2 sulfate. So our salt is CuSO4 copper sulfate.